Sorry about that. I guess it just, I don't know why, but it just disconnected. And it would not reconnect. But I'm back now. Okay. I wanted to show you. I was about to get this off, but I was thinking it might spill, so I took this off. But there's nothing in there, so it's not gonna spill. So, also, I wanted to show that I found the bolt. This is my magnet. Matter of fact, let me go up so I can show you the whole look. Okay, that's it. That's where it is. That's where it fell to. That's why I said I shouldn't put them up here in the first place. But then I went and did it. It's a thing that I do often. I'm sure I'm not the only one, like, who does that when working on their house. Goes against their better judgment. Anyway, there's the bolt. I finally got it. I mean, it wasn't hard. It was hard to find a little bit. But I'm really good at finding stuff like that when it gets lost in the engine bay or something. So, thank God. Thank God I found it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Now that, because my what's name is getting tangled up. Because my phone didn't charge last night because this cord is acting a little funny. It's okay. It looks like they're all the same bolt, so that's helpful. I want to say that this van behind me is freaking making me feel so freaking embarrassed right now. It's more than that. But yeah. That's fun. I don't know how much of this you can see. Oh dang, it's pretty over there. Okay. I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, I can't hold it, but I need two hands. That's fun. And it's not like me being like, what's the word? Like self-centered or anything type of thing. I always feel this way. Like anytime anybody laughs in my vicinity, I feel like it's about me. Like I'm not, dead set on, I know for sure they're laughing at me. That's just what I think. It's like, oh gosh, what if they're laughing at me? I know there's plenty of other people that think that way too, so I don't feel like, everybody watching this is necessarily like, oh, she's so whatever, But that's just a disclaimer for the ones who are. Okay, so now all I have left is the two rear bolts on the thermostat housing. Sorry, my shirt keeps coming up because of this back brace. I'm trying to pull it down. Okay. Ow. My neck hurts. Ooh, water. Water break. I didn't even eat breakfast today. Definitely should have done that. But I just wanted to get out here and get working on this because, like, I already told you I put it off. I put it off for 2 weeks after I got the part. 1 week I stayed at a friend's house for the whole week, basically. Oh, no, that was before. That was before I got the part, actually. So I put it off for 1 week then. I put it off for 1 week. That's not bad. It's not as bad. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to have less and less barriers for how long it would take me to get out here and do this, because I really need to do it. Needed to do it, and I've been putting, like I said, I've been putting it off for freaking a week. So okay. So let me show you before I finish talking about that. Let me show you how ridiculous this is. So this is my little setup that you saw earlier. You see that's a shallow 8mm socket, and it is not, like, it caught a little bit, but it's crooked. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the socket is crooked on the bolt because the intake is in the way. I refuse to take the intake off. I never have, and I never will for this for this repair. I'm not doing it. Like, no one's gonna convince me that I need to do it, because I've done it twice without removing the intake. So I'm just not doing it. I remove the intake when I have a repair that requires me to remove the intake. But anyway, so that's the problem with these. That's one of the problems with these bolts. The other problem is that once they get a little bit higher, like once they're loosened a little more, you're not going to be able to put a socket on there. So you could use like a magnet or a, what else? You could use a magnet. I'm putting a swivel on. I don't even know if you can hear me well when the cars are not passing by, and the airplanes too. You can use a magnet to turn the bolt while it's loose, as long as it's loose enough for you not to need a socket. See, even now it's not going out. It's catching even less than it was before, which is just ridiculous. But I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just try it very carefully, so hopefully I don't round it off. There's this really perfect tool that one of my ex-coworkers has, where it's like basically it's a it's an 8mm swivel socket. So the swivel is connected to the socket, but it's about half the length. Like, the socket portion is it stops about here where you see that line at, and then the swivel portion starts. So that is really helpful for something like this, because you need, something to be very, very short. Something that's very, very short. But that's okay. I'm gonna figure this out. I was gonna say that I was gonna go try to get it from him, and because he would definitely let me take it home. Like, he trusts me very, very much, and I really appreciate that. And I am, able to be trusted. Sorry. So that's good on both ends. It's good that I'm a trustworthy person, and it's good that people trust me for when I need something or whatever. Or, when I need something. That probably sounds really selfish, but that's not the way I meant to say it. I'm sorry, I'm shaking it so much. I'm trying to get it back where I had it at. I don't recall how I had it, actually. It fell because I had an alarm that went off. I was trying to stop it. Okay. Anyways, I was going to go get it from him, but I didn't want him to think that I only come see him when I need something. Last time I came to see him, I didn't need any. I don't think I needed anything. I don't recall. But anytime I come up there, he, like, at the very least, he's gonna buy me lunch. So, like, I just don't want it to ever seem like he's like I'm using him or like being a fake friend to him just for whatever I can get out of him, So next time I go up there, I want it to be only to hang out with him and not to gain anything, even though he, like, I basically cannot convince this man to not buy me lunch. Like, he just is gonna do it. Even if I come at like even if I come at like a earlier time, he's gonna buy me breakfast. Like he's gonna leave work and buy me breakfast. Like I'm telling you, there's no way that he's not gonna give me something. And it makes me feel kind of bad because, well, I always try to tell him like, not to, but he doesn't listen. So, okay. So maybe I could use my little 8 wrench for now. I don't remember how I did this before. Besides with his tool. That sounds so bad. Besides with my my friend's tool, that still sounds bad. It's fine. I thought I heard somebody say something about a girl. And I was about to say, I really hope that's not about me. Don't even look this way, sir. Ooh, don't fall, please. Ooh, please don't fall. Okay, I don't remember how I did this before. Let me think. I forgot the other stuff that I was talking about. I know this can be done. I just don't know. Maybe I did use that tool every time, which would really suck because of everything I just said about not wanting to ask him for his tool. I could maybe go buy one from like AutoZone. Oh, never mind, I don't do it. Yeah, the only issue, well, not only, but the issue I was just talking about is that this is going to get hard to maneuver in just a second because of the intake. And the freaking bolt is still, seems like it might still be tough right now. So that's not good for using like a magnet or a screwdriver or something to turn it, to get it out of there. Oh, I could also use my wrench. Now it's broken loose. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that, but the intake is just getting mauled a little bit. It's okay as long as there's no. I mean, it's not okay. Oh, look, I don't know if you can see that. But the bolt is moving a little bit. You can see that? Yeah. Sorry that it's blurry. I don't know how to make it not blurry and to also, have it in the spot that I want it to be in so that you could see the bolt, see what I'm doing. But yeah, so that one is probably fine for me to try the magnet for now. I don't want that thing to be there. I don't know why. Maybe because I just want to use the side right now. Can you not? Okay, it's turning. You saw that? Is it turning the wrong way? So the only thing with this method is that it's going to take a long time. But that is okay. As long as it comes out, I don't have to go buy no new tool right now. I don't have to go go take a tool from somebody else, borrow a tool. But you know what I mean. But I just was telling you I don't want to use his tool because I want him to know that I appreciate him as a friend and not as a, I don't know, like someone I can get stuff from. I don't know what the word for that would be, but to know that he's not that to me. Okay, so let's try. This is not working either. It's okay. I can still use the socket for now. Yeah, see? Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but it's moving a lot. And the socket is not getting wedged in there with the name. You know what I think I did last time? I think I remember. I think I got this as high as I could get it with the tools, and then took it out with the thermostat housing, like after it was fully loose, like no longer threaded in at all. I think I took the, what do you call it? The bolt out by taking out the thermostat housing and not taking out the bolt separately, like I did the front two bolts. I think that is how I got it out the whole way. You see how loose everything is? The other side is still completely stuck on. And I think that might be the more difficult side too. And I am correct. It is. So that's gonna be fun. But I'm not complaining. It's okay. Thankfully, nobody's come over here yet. Try to either mess with my tools or even talk to me, like I mean, talk to me in like a derogatory way, like, you know what you're doing? I don't know. I mean, if you've seen my I think it's my most recent TikTok where I was so irritated because that super random guy who I don't know just randomly like walked past, and for no reason, while I was looking under my hood to match up this part with the part that I was about to order to make sure that I got the right part, because there was some that had a bigger hose a bigger port right here, and then there's some that had this small one. So of course I needed the small one. So yeah, the guy randomly just walked by. He was just walking by the whole time, like never stopped, never came over here. He was across the street even. He was just like, I was looking at the hood. Oh, that's all I was doing. He was like, time to take it to the shop. And I was like, who the freak is you talking to? I didn't say anything. Let's get that straight first. I didn't say anything at all. I was so irritated. I'm so glad I didn't say anything because, my bad. I didn't realize my finger was there. I'm so glad I didn't say anything because he could have came by, later on in the night if he felt any type of challenged by me or whatever, because that's just how some people are in some moments, he could have came by and did anything to this car, losing his mind because I was just looking under the hood. And even though he was the one that was in the wrong, that doesn't always matter. People don't really, some people, people who are in their right mind especially, they don't always consider their part in a situation. They just do. Or they just react, is what I want to say. We've had a longer, we've had a longer 8. This might do something. Nope, it's caught on the thermostat portion of the thermostat. It's not going to move anywhere. That's fine. Let's see if I flip it over, will it have any space to move? These LS engines are so weird. Like, at least the cooling system is weird. Like, it's very different. Okay, I got it on there. And it has, yeah, it has space to move. I just gotta move it. My only issue is that it's tight. So what I'm gonna do, if you can see that set up there, what I'm going to do is try to pry the wrench. I know this is so extra, but oh my gosh. Well, I think you could see what I was about to do. I'm gonna try that and see what happens with that once I get the set on. Can I put this here? Is it gonna stay? Or is it gonna fall into the fan? I guess we'll find out. Can you see anything besides my hand? Not really. That's fun. I don't want you falling. I don't know why they're gonna be over there working. Dang. They've been there since like 8 a.m. or I think 8 a.m. Please don't hurt me. It's too low. I think I can fix that. I think I could hold it up with this hand and then pry it with this hand. It's okay that it's breaking. It's breaking the thermostat a little bit, the housing, but it's okay. Ooh, it loosened a little. I don't know if you saw it, but it did. I'm gonna flip it back over now. See if I can put it in a different position so because it's turned a little. Because the bolt turned a little. Let me pull up my pants. Oh man, my freaking glove got cut. Okay, I can't turn it around. Ugh. Right now. Maybe later. And just put it back on the same way. Face down. With the word face down. The wrench is what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna pry it again. Pry it from wherever I can. You see that? That thing coming off. As in the bolt is coming off, which is good. Now the only issue with this, like I said, is that this is gonna take, well not only issue, I don't know why I keep saying it. This is gonna take, much longer than having the right tool for the job. But that's okay. Because sometimes you're just not gonna have the right tool for the job. And you have to improvise. And this is an example of improvising. I think there's a few ways that you could do this, but this is the way that I chose to go with today. And it's working, so thank God. I don't have to be out here forever. That's why this job always be taking so long, because I don't be having the right tool. But at least it's, at least I have something that's working. You can't see anything now, but or you can see a little bit fuzzy though, I think. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's working. I don't know what I was just saying. Okay, it feels like pretty loose right now. So when I put the new thermostat housing in, I think I'm gonna put the bolts, at least the rear bolts in first, into the thermostat housing holes first. Then put the thermostat housing in place on the engine. And see how that works out. Where's my super suit? Is it? No. Where is it? Is it? Oh my gosh, where is it? Where is my super suit? I really don't know where my super suit is. Oh, there it is. Yes, I was saying super suit, but I really meant this socket setup. Let's see if it's gonna, since the bolt is loose now, you can see it's turning. I can, since the bolt is loose now, I can use the socket to turn it until the socket will no longer fit. And then I will have to use something else. Like, oh, come on, don't you fall. Thank you. Like, screwdriver to push the bolt to make it turn, or a magnet to pull the bolt to make it turn, or something like that. Or maybe the wrench again. At least, look, I am not mad at this. At least the things are coming off, which means we are getting somewhere. The job is getting done. I'm not gonna have to put nothing on hold. Hopefully, going back in, it'll be just as easy. You know, as easy as this has been. I'm not saying that it has actually been easy, but you know. Let's take this off right quick. This top hose. It'll be easier to take it off while this hose. Easier to take it off while the thermostat housing is still held on to something, so that I don't have to be the one to hold it. We are getting somewhere. Well, I would hope that nobody, watched this and started talking crap or whatever about how I'm doing this, or, who I am. Who I was born as, or what I look like. But I cannot control that. So, if anybody does feel the need to comment anything rude like that, or rude in any way, I would implore, actually, I don't know if I'm using that word right, I would hope that you wouldn't. Because, imagine how you would feel. Imagine how I feel. Imagine the stuff that I get on a regular basis just for being, a woman doing this. Just for being, on top of that, being a black woman doing this. I'm not gonna lie, most of the comments that I see are positive, very positive. People just being very cool, very nice, very encouraging. However, Not all of them. And sometimes, sometimes people can just be mean. And I don't want to deal with that. It's definitely not going to stop me. And it's not really going to hurt. Not for real. Still, don't want to see it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to deal with it. I've had enough, okay? And that is why every time I hear these guys laughing behind me, I'm thinking that it's something to do with me. It has nothing to do with me being conceited or self-centered or anything. Or, I don't know what the other words are, but none of that stuff. It's none of that stuff. It's just an insecurity. Because it's the things that I've experienced before, unfortunately. Oh, it's not turning. That's not turning. Been to Chicago and had some ice cream here. You might have had Jenny's, maybe, recently, if it was recent. And that is like one of my favorite ice cream companies right now. Unfortunately, it's not black owned or anything, but I do believe it's woman owned. So that's awesome. Oh yeah, turn yourself. Yeah, turn yourself. You see it turning? Just from that, it's turning really slow, but it's turning. That's so awesome. I wonder what the other one is doing. Nothing. This is not mine. Somebody wrote their whole thing on here. I do not know that man. I am so sorry, Robert. I don't know where I got that from. Where's my 8? Oh, it's up here actually, I think. That's a 9. That's a 7. And that is a 5/16. Isn't 5/16 8 though? Close to 8. Where is it? I don't know where I put it. Oh, that's so fun. Just super happy, merry, jolly time. Don't know where my freaking wrench is. And I was just using it. Oh, it's so annoying. Is it? I thought I put it back in the freaking magnetic tray, but I guess not. look at me for a moment. Hello. Let's sit somewhere now. Please. Bruh, how long are these people gonna be back here working? My goodness. That's okay. Oh man, can you see me? Barely. Barely. That's better. What should I do here? So far, it hasn't been super bad. Like, there hasn't been a whole lot of people coming up to me. There's one person that said something, but otherwise, seems like for the most part, people just like look a little bit and then continue on minding their business. So that's nice. I'm used to people like coming up to me and saying something. And like I said, a lot of it has been positive. However, you always got to prepare for the worst. So I'm always expecting somebody to say something negative. Like that one guy who walked by, like I said, and for no reason at all, was like, it's time to take it to the shop. And then he kept walking. Like, he didn't even stop. He just was walking by and said that. So, like, it was no reason for him to say anything at all. Like, he wasn't offering up no type of helpful information. He wasn't offering to help at all. He just was here for no reason. I don't understand that. But, yeah, so that's what I was just saying, is that I always have to prepare for the worst, even if, you know, most of the time I do get the best. Stop. I don't understand. See, this is another thing that be going on. You be working with something, you're using a tool. You put it down. 2 seconds, you look away. 2 seconds later, you have no idea where that tool is. Most annoying thing ever. Like, I did that one time with my little extensions, my little 1/4-inch extensions. And I ended up freaking buying new extensions because I was so irritated with the fact that I lost that I couldn't find those other extensions. And, you know, the tool guy had just happened to show up right after. So I just bought some more extensions in that moment. Then went right back in, found my extensions. So ridiculous. I don't know why that is. I mean, like, I know that, you know, if you put stuff back in the same spot every single time, then it won't get lost. But, of course, that's definitely not what I was doing in that moment. And that's not what most people in my experience have done. You know, they put stuff in a magnetic tray on the engine, or they put stuff somewhere around the engine or around wherever they're working at, just because it's easier than like going back and forth to your toolbox every time, going back and forth to your car every time or something, to get a new tool. And it, you know, it's faster, but just if you lose it, then it's gonna slow down everything. Okay, I have to do something different. this little magnet will work a little bit better. Ooh, that is working better. Just gotta loosen this up a little bit. And make sure that it's not leaning on the wall of the thermostat has it hold, so that it's nothing holding it up from being able to turn. Wait for a second. There we go. That's moving. I have to turn the brightness up because I couldn't see nothing on the screen. Oh no, it went the wrong way. Come on, do what you were doing before. Come on out here, do that little dance you be doing for your aunties. Come on, do it. But I promise you, it was just turning so much. And then I moved from the position I was in, and now it's acting funny. See? The funny thing about that interaction with that guy is that my sister, when I went inside to vent to my sister, like, what a freak, this random man, I was like telling her what was going on, and I was mad because I was like, why would you, like, what was the purpose of that? It's just, just giving your 2 cents for no reason. Like, it's not even 2 cents. Like, it's literally 0 cents because, like, it has no value. What you just said has 0 value. Anyways. And she was like, I told her what happened, and then she was like, bitch, I am the shop. And I was like, ooh, super glad I didn't think of that in the moment. But, I mean, I don't think I would have said that anyways, but it's just funny. It's like, I am the shop. He don't even know. Like, I'm literally the person who is going to be doing the repair. And the person who is currently doing the repair. But he didn't know that, of course. And I guess why would he assume that? Which is ooh, that was a good turn. That's part of the problem with, like, the world is, people don't initially assume that a woman is going to be the person that's fixing their car. Oh, 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 someone's loose. Whew. We did it, guys. We did it, guys. We did it. Okay, now I'm moving on to the other side. But what I was saying is that back down here again. People don't assume. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do some things because. Okay. I was saying that most people's first thought is not going to be that a woman is going to be fixing a car or doing something, along those lines. Most people are not gonna assume that or imagine that even. And that could be toxic and detrimental for different reasons. Like, I've had people tell me that they don't want me to work on their car, or they don't want a woman working on their car. It's been both ways. I don't want a woman. I don't want a girl. I don't want you. Like, they said it straight to me or whatever. Or no, actually, I think that one I'm thinking of, the person said, I don't want her. They were saying it to the manager. Ooh, we spinning, girl. But yeah, it could be detrimental for those reasons. It could be detrimental because there are a lot of people whose stories I've read where they have been shunned or scared away from learning about cars. Sorry, something's in my eye. Learning about cars because they, by their family or whoever. A lot of them said by their family, but because of the fact that they're a woman. I don't know why they would do that. Like, why the family would do that to them. And I don't get that like the whole thing of the family, like, doing that to their daughter or their sister or their niece or whatever. I don't get it. But I'll probably put these tools in the car. I'm just saying that because I just hear somebody yelling and I'm like, somebody could literally run up right now and try to run off of one of these bags of tools. It would be very difficult because they're very heavy. But, on top of that, they would see me have on this back brace. They would see that I have on this back brace, so they probably think that I wouldn't chase after them or something. That's not good. But yeah, so a lot of women are shamed for not knowing about their own car or for letting things go for too long on their car, like, not getting the oil changed or not doing this, not doing that, not, doing the maintenance, the preventive maintenance stuff or whatever. And they'll get shamed for that by like the mechanic or their brothers or their dad or somebody, anybody, literally. People on the internet especially. My hand got tired. But yeah, like, that's another way that it can be detrimental. That, a woman mechanic is not somebody's first thought or second thought or fifth thought, a lot of people wouldn't even consider that a woman could do this job or would do this job or would have this knowledge is really what I'm getting at. Because they don't, people aren't taught that this is a possibility. People are kind of taught the opposite, actually, that it's not really a possibility. And that's extremely problematic. And then, yeah, like I said, you get people like, you'll get mechanics a lot of times that will make fun of women who have not taken very good care of their car because they don't know how, because either nobody taught them how, or when they tried to learn, they were shunned from doing so. These are real things that have happened. And then, yeah, it's just like a cycle of ridiculousness. And not to mention, people scamming women or scamming young people or old people because they think mechanics scamming women and young people and old people and anybody they think is not going to have enough knowledge to challenge the price or to challenge the repair that they said that their car needs or whatever, it's a whole lot of issues with the industry. Not to mention another one, the way that they what do they call like, they raise the price, I forgot the word for it, but they raise the price on like parts and labor. I don't know about labor, but parts specifically, they raise the price a lot. Like sometimes, like I've seen it be raised, the price on the part be raised in a shop, like by the shop that I was working at. I'm not gonna say which one, of course, but I've seen the like service writer or whatever raise the price to 75% more than what the part normally costs it, or 75% more than what the shop bought the part for, if you get what I'm saying. Like 75%, that's insane. But that's one of the things they do. I guess I'm now just talking about how corrupt the auto industry can be, or auto repair industry can be. But before I get too far off topic, I was mostly talking about, oh, they left, thank God. I was wondering why I got so quiet. But I'm gonna turn around and be looking at them if they was still there. I thought it was them still there, but it's just the cones. The cones are bright like their outfits. Anyway, that's nice. Look how loose this is, bro. I am so happy. So that the whole reason that I started talking about that is just to say that is why I post stuff about me being a woman mechanic, a black female mechanic, and me being part of this industry, even despite how scary it is for me to post this stuff. Oh crap, somebody's texting me. Why is he texting me right now? Hold on. No, don't hold on. That is why I post stuff. No matter how scary it is for me to be posting about this, because I didn't want to deal with trolls. I didn't want to deal with people trying to tell me that I'm not good enough, or that I'm having whatever issues that I'm having with the job, or with getting a job done, because of the fact that I was born with a or because of the fact that my skin is this color. I didn't want to deal with any of that mess, but I still post, and I'm getting even more consistent with it now, because I really think that this is something that the world needs to see and to know, that this is possible, and not only is it possible, but it's being done right now by multiple women, multiple black women, multiple Latino women. I haven't seen any, but I'm sure there's Asian women also. And I've definitely seen white women doing it too. And I just want the world to know that not only is this a possibility for there to be female mechanics who actually obtain the knowledge that male mechanics obtain, but that some of them can be better. Not that that's important. However, it's important that you understand, that the world understands that we have the same exact abilities to do the things that they do, at least when it comes to the knowledge part of it. Now, the strength part of it, naturally women, men have more natural upper body strength, and women have to build stuff like that. And you know, the estrogen and the testosterone, you know, I think that testosterone makes men naturally stronger. I'm not super sure about that, but there's something that makes men naturally stronger. But that's not to say that women can't also be the same strong or even stronger than some men. Yes, my back is messed up right now because I was doing that transmission job, you know, removing transmissions every day. But what was I saying? That is because I wasn't doing it properly. I wasn't I mean, it's also because of the accident, but what I'm saying is, you know, before that, I wasn't also exercising while I was doing that job. And I should have been. So, okay, I'm going to go check my phone right quick, and then I'll come back in a minute.